everyone. In my last video I showed you how to create hotkeys with Autohotkey. If you have not seen that video, you will find the link to that video in this video's description. In this video I will show you how to create menu shortcuts in Autohotkey, so that even if you forget hotkeys that you have created with Autohotkey, you can use the menu to list all the hotkeys that you had created previously. So menu is something that you see in your daily applications like Notepad. Let me open Notepad. So what you see on the top is the file menu, the edit menu, format menu. These are the Windows menus. If you right click inside this app, you'll get the context menu for this app with commands that are specific to this application. So what we're going to do here is to create a submenu or context menu using Autohotkey. So this context menu is going to list all the keyboard shortcuts or hotkeys that I had created in my last video. So I have already created this context menu and I'll give you a demo of it. So the hotkey to bring the context menu that I have created using Autohotkey is Shift and right mouse button, which brings up a context menu with all the hotkeys that I had created in my last video. So it has a favorite apps menu, which will have all the application shortcuts. Then we'll have the search Google, which will search any text on your screen using this menu. And open favorite websites will open all my favorite websites that I've created in my last video. For example, I'll click on the open notepad menu item, which will bring up the the notepad. If I click shift and right button and bring up the menu, you can also see the other application hotkeys like open calculator, which opens up the calculator. These are all the keyboard shortcuts that I had created in my last video. I'm just reusing it in this hotkeys menu script. So this is what we're going to create in this video, these menu items. The use of creating a menu item is that you can remember all the keyboard shortcuts that you have created before. And if you are not into using keyboard shortcuts, you can easily use this menu shortcut to access all that functionality, all those application launchers and website launchers that you have created in my last video. So let me exit this menu, and here we're going to use a hotkey script that we created in my last video. If you have not seen that my previous video about hotkeys, please watch it. I'm going to give you that video's link in this video's description, so please watch it, because I'm going to use all those keyboard shortcuts here. So that old previous script is here on my desktop. I'm going to right click it, edit it, and let's start creating our first menu item. The menu command is used to create a menu item. After the menu command, after the comma, you have to give the menu name. It should be main menu and comma, and the command add is the command that we're going to give right first. And after the add sub command, you have to give the text to be shown in the menu. So we'll put open notepad, and after the comma you have to give the keyboard shortcut that is going to be invoked when I click on this menu. So the keyboard shortcut that we have defined previously in my last video is going to be used here, that is #n. So let's save this script and run this script. I'm sorry, I think I've clicked on the wrong. Run this script. The script is running. So when I think I forgot to create the keyboard shortcut to invoke this menu. So let's exit this script. So Let's create the keyboard shortcut or hotkey to invoke this menu. Let's use shift and right mouse button. For shift we use the plus symbol, and then we write RBUTTON, right button, colon curly brackets. The command to call this menu is menu, comma, menu name, main menu, comma, show, which will simply show the menu that we have created. Don't forget to put the return command. Save it, run it. It's running. So the keyboard shortcut that we use to invoke this menu is shift and right button. Here I can see the open notepad menu item that we have created here. If I click on it, it will run the Windows N hotkey that we have created in the last video to open the notepad. So it's quite easy. This is the only command that you have to learn to create and use menus in Autohotkey. So we're going to create menu items for each of the hotkeys that we have created before. So let's create the other keyboard shortcut menus. So since the command is the same, we'll just copy and paste these commands and change the menu item names and keyboard shortcuts. So the next thing after notepad is calculator. So open calculator #C is the keyboard shortcut for it. After that, Microsoft Paint. Let's try Microsoft Paint P. Windows P, #P is the keyboard shortcut or the hotkey to invoke it. And after that, we'll use the snipping tool for the last menu item. Snipping tool. Windows S is used to invoke that hotkey. Let's save this script, run this script, and invoke the menu. Shift right button. So you get all the keyboard shortcuts as menus. So if you click on this, you'll get the keyboard shortcuts or hotkeys invoked easily without having to remember all those keyboard shortcuts. But if you want a reference to those keyboard shortcuts, you can specify or give those keyboard shortcuts in the menu text like this. So let's go to the notepad menu item, put a space. After that, put a backtick symbol, which is the key which comes before the one numeric key on your keyboard. After that, let's put a tab space, which is denoted by T, and after that we'll give the keyboard shortcut that is actually been used to open notepad, which is # in itself. This is the text that will be shown next to this menu item, so we'll know what keyboard shortcut is being invoked when we press this menu item. The same can be done for the other menu items too. So space, backtick, the key left to the number 1, numeric 1 on your keyboard, backtick, and #C. I think I put $ here. #C for paint, space, backtick, T. Don't forget to put the T for tab spacing, and #P for snipping tool, space, backtick, T for tab spacing, and #S. Save it, run it. Shift right button shows all the keyboard shortcuts that are being called when you click on any of these menu items. So this can be used as a future reference for all the keyboard shortcuts that you have created using Autohotkey. So that's a good way to remember all your keyboard shortcuts even when you forget it. So the next thing that I'm going to add is a horizontal separator below these menu items. For that, I use the same menu command, menu, comma, main menu, comma, add. This is enough, which will bring up a horizontal line, a line separator below all these menu items. Let's see if it's coming. Shift right, okay. The horizontal separator is down below the snipping tool menu item, so it's working. After this horizontal separator, let's add Google search, which is #G. So let's copy this menu command above and paste it here, and change the menu text to search Google, and the keyboard shortcut is #G or Windows G. That will work. And one more shortcut is caps lock home, which will open all these websites for you. So let's use that. Paste the menu command and change the menu text to favorite websites. For that, the keyboard shortcut is caps lock and home. This is the text that will be shown after the menu item, but to invoke it, we have to specify the actual keyboard shortcut here once more, caps lock and home, which will be invoked when you press this menu item. So we have added these two menu items. Let's save it and run it. Shift right, yes, we are getting those menu items right below the horizontal separator. So to check this is running, let's select the text Microsoft, and we'll invoke the menu and click on search Google. This will search the text Microsoft using Google. So this menu item is working properly. And if you want to open your favorite websites using the hotkey that you have created before, all these websites using caps lock and home, you can simply invoke it using this menu, favorite websites. Yes, those three websites will be opened. Okay, one more menu item to be added, one more keyboard shortcut to be added. Let's add a separator and copy this menu command. We are going to use the Excel text to columns menu item, that is caps lock T as the last menu item. So let's change the menu item text to Excel text to columns, and the keyboard shortcut being used is caps lock and T. Save, run it. Shift right button. Excel text to columns is here. If you open up Excel, and if you have watched my previous video, you know what this is going to do. It will separate the names into first and last name using a hotkey that we have created previously, but here we are not going to press the hotkey. We are going to use the context menu for it to separate it. So shift right button, Excel text to columns. Yes, the names have been separated into first and last name. So all the magic is working here using context menu in Autohotkey. The last menu item that we are going to add, let's add a separator once more, is an exit menu item which will exit this script. Normally we exit our scripts by going to the taskbar and right clicking on the H icon and clicking the exit menu here, but we're going to create that same exit menu using our Autohotkey menu script. So let's create a keyboard shortcut for exiting our script. Let the keyboard shortcut be caps lock and X, and the command which is used to exit our script is exit app. You don't have to give a return command after this one because it is going to exit the app then and there. So let's use this keyboard shortcut in our menu item. Let's use that menu command here. The menu item will be exit, and the keyboard shortcut is caps lock and X. The hotkey invoked is caps lock and X. Save it, execute it. It's running. So the H icon shows that our script is running. Let's use our menu item to exit this script. Exit, and the H icon is gone. The script is exited. I think we have used all the keyboard shortcuts that we had created in our last video. One more thing left is creating a sub menu using a menu command. So to create a sub menu, actually what we are going to do is we're going to create a sub menu which will encompass, or which will include all these application keyboard shortcuts in it. Let's call that sub menu favorite apps sub menu. Favorite apps sub menu. So we're going to change that main menu to favorite apps sub menu. We're just changing the name, and after this let's call the menu command once again, and let's name it main menu, and call the adds submenu command, and we're going to add the first item as this favorite app submenu. And for that, since you're adding a menu to a menu, the syntax is colon and then the submenu name, favorite app submenu. So this is enough. So this will create a menu item called favorite app. I think I have forgotten to give the name to it. Let's give favorite apps. So we have to give a name to the menu item, text for the menu item, and then the menu item to be called, just like here. So let's run and see whether it's working. Yes, the favorite apps is our first menu item, which itself is a sub menu having all these application keyboard shortcuts. So you can categorize your keyboard shortcuts using sub menus, which is really neat and helpful. So I think this is all you have to know about creating menu items in Autohotkey, which is quite simple as you have seen it. So the main use of using menu items or context menus in Autohotkey is that you can easily remember all the keyboard shortcuts that I have created previously in your hotkeys script, and you can easily access it using menu items. You don't have to remember all those keyboard shortcuts to use it. You can invoke them using your Autohotkey menu script thing. So we have come to the end of this video. I am not going to do any more Autohotkey videos again. Will be my last Autohotkey video. In my next YouTube video, I will go to another topic, another productivity tool topic. So I hope you enjoyed all my Autohotkey tutorials, which will really really help you to double your productivity while using your computer, because hotkeys and menus are all that you use daily in your work and in your studies and all. So I hope you like my videos. If you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends and family, and also don't forget to subscribe to my video if you like what I'm doing here. So thank you and be productive. Bye.